Hi, this is George Mills, developer of V1Driver. I'm going to show you a new feature on just the Android version and the iOS versions coming soon. It's basically a way of another way of looking at your database. And I'm going to switch to the map. So right now the only way you could look at your database was through the map. And you had all these controls to filter which pins are in view. But it'd be nice to be able to look at the data another way. So I always had different views on this page, and you could switch views by double clicking on that records control at the top, the 546 records. If I double click on that, it changes this view. And so some people say, I don't care about those controls, I want a bigger map. So it gets rid of those controls. Double click it again, and it brings those controls back and removes the top ones. Double click again, and now it brings up your chart. And now you can have a chart and a map. If I double click again, you can have the controls, all the controls, the map, and the chart. I'm not going to rotate the screen because it screws up the video, but it'll lay out pretty nicely. So right now the chart is showing you've got two pins. You've got a count of one at around 24 gigahertz and another one around 34 something, maybe 35. But what's really cool is if I pinch the map and bring in other pins, it will dynamically update the chart. Now right now it's dominating at this low frequency around 24, because most of my pins, this isn't a very good database, most of my pins are around 24. So I'm going to do, but there's still a couple around 34, so it's auto scaling, showing you 100 down at the low level, and there's one or two up at 34. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the filter at the bottom to K only. And now it will show you your range of 24, of K band. And if I pinch again and get more pins in there, now you can see all your pins basically, and how they map out by frequency. You can also pinch the chart, and I'm going to spreading it, and you can also get a tip on there. And I keep spreading it, and then I can pan it left and right. So there's one pin probably down really low there. There's a little bit of padding there. And now you can kind of scan through all your pins and see what frequencies they're at. It's probably more useful for KA than K, because K can be all over the place. But it's still nice to see where they are. Maybe it might help you set your box range, K-band box range. So you can also do it by pin types. I can say I want to look at just the new pins. So this is my all my new pins and how they map across by frequency. Or I could do just the KA, and there's only a couple popping up. Oh, there's none in view. Oh, there's no new KA, so there's nothing showing up. So let's go to all pins, and there's the three pins. There's one up at a high frequency there and one around 34.7. And you can also so right now the map is acting as a filter based on what's in view. So you can drag the map around and see what the frequencies look like. If I double click again, I got rid of one of the controls, double click again, I got rid of the top controls, and now I can look at the chart alone. If I look at the chart alone, it won't use the map as a filter anymore. So all the pins on the map are basically being plotted, but these other controls that we're showing still apply. So if I go to K, there's all my K band, but these are all the pins on the map that would show on K regardless of the view. And if I double click again, I'm back to my full map. Double click again, that's sort of the default that the app comes up at. So it's pretty cool to be able to look at how things are, how the frequencies are landing, and then you might make some adjustments based on that. That's it. Come on.